3 months. 3 fucking months. I have actually thought about making this video quite a few times throughout the production of the Return of the Protectron, but it's just... I thought if I was working on this, then I wouldn't be working on the Return of the Protectron, but I think that 2 months I could probably get away with, you know. 2 months, it was about 2 months after I made that update video that I made the trailer, and then about another 2 months after that you got episode 1, 2 months after that you got episode 2, so I thought 2 months is alright. I don't have to panic around that time given the state and lateness of my channel in general, but 3 months, yeah, 3 months, 3 months is pushing it. 3 months, that's a quarter of a year, and that's a long time to go subscribing to a channel that, you know, I mean, 3 months. There's like no content for 3 months, no explanation. I mean, obviously, I've spoken to a few of you in the comments explaining the situation and stuff, but that's not, you know, it's YouTube, but it's not YouTube because it's not a video. It's not interacting with a content creator that you subscribe to for content. So, yeah. So here's that explanation. The too long didn't read of this video is that I'm not dead. No rip Harry. I'm still working on it. In fact, I'm probably further along than you might think. I'm quite close to the end now. But yeah, like I said, 3 months. I probably should tell you that without not just like let you all believe that I've just fucking abandoned the project. But yeah, I haven't abandoned the project. I'm still working on it, and it's going well. It's looking good, and yeah. So if that's all you came here to hear, then no worries. I'll see you in that video. Now, for those people who want a bit of an explanation on why this is taking so long, which I'm guessing is quite a few of you, considering how many people have been hitting me up in the comments, which is fine, by the way. Like, I'm not blaming people for, like, you know, just sort of, you know, hit me up in the comments going like, oh yeah, you know, where's part 3? This is taking really long. Because, like, at the end of the day, like I said, it's 3 months. It's a quarter of a year with no updates whatsoever. And, like, I like to think that I'm just some bell end on the internet. You know, that's what I consider myself to be. But at the end of the day, I've got 32,000 subscribers. That's 32,000 people that have subscribed to this channel for content. And there's been no content for 3 months. So, yeah, I totally understand that. There's no worries there at all. First thing I want to show you is actually this. Let me just unplug that. There we go. Unplug that. And this. Right, okay. So, for those of you who don't know, this thing here, this is what I edit on. It is an Acer Aspire E13 powered by an Intel Celeron processor. It has 8 gigs of RAM, and I've explained this in a previous video, but basically it's a fucking notebook. It is not a workstation PC. And editing, when I started off the channel, I was sort of editing, sort of 720p footage on it, and everything was fine, but this, I'm trying to do the Return of the Protectron in 1080p, at least at 30 frames per second. That's what the Xbox can handle anyway. So, yeah, and it struggles to even record 1080p footage from my console. So, editing on it is a little bit more of a struggle than some might believe. I won't go into too much detail, but basically the way I have to edit on this thing is I have to render like sort of 2-minute segments of video and then stitch them together in another final render, because it can't handle rendering that much data at once, that much 1080p data at once anyway. And like how the deal is with my videos, there's an edit every 2 seconds. There's very little of my videos that's just like straight up recording to recording. Other than, I mean, you could say that my settlement building series was a lot easier on the laptop, but yeah, that's pretty much the only style of video. And these 3 videos have definitely been the most demanding of my hardware. Although, I'd struggle to call this fucking thing hardware. Second thing, of course, the last time I uploaded was the 7th of December. So yeah, pretty much 3 months to the day. But given the fact that it was December, it was just before Christmas, and I assume if you're watching my channel, you're probably a gamer. And if you're a gamer, you'll know that last year, like, so many games came out. And I played every single one. Especially like, you know, towards sort of from September onwards, it was just fucking games. It's just like, and it was quite hard to just, you know, ignore all of those games and then, like, you know, just work on my project. So yeah, that didn't help. I actually tweeted out about this because I got Dishonored 2 for Christmas, and I love Dishonored. And yeah, so obviously I tweeted that out that it was hindering the progress of the Return of the Protectron Part 3. But yeah, that was actually one of the few times I actually updated people on Twitter, because I do a shit job of social media. I'm really not sort of a social media type person. You know, you could follow me on Twitter, but I wouldn't recommend it, because, you know, I'd like to, you know, you hear proper YouTubers you hear say, like, oh yeah, if you want to get in touch with me really quick, you want to, you know, keep up to date with me more often, you know, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like, you know, like me on Facebook, blah 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 blah. And like, I'd like to be able to say that, but, you know, A, I don't have a Facebook account, B, if you follow me on Twitter, you probably get about one tweet from me every two weeks, and most of the time, you know, it's just me doing stupid stuff at work, like calling my boss a cunt. Another problem I've been having with Part 3 is the fact that I keep changing bits and I keep adding bits, because I'm definitely feeling the pressure with Part 3, because it's the finale. It's Part 3. It's the last in the series. It has to be a satisfying conclusion while still being an enjoyable watch. Yeah, I've definitely been feeling that. And sometimes I've got to admit I've been actively avoiding this project, because it's just a sort of it's that sort of thing where a task seems so monumental, and it's like when you've got too much on your mind, too many things to do, and you just sort of do nothing. That's the sort of thing that's been going on, and that's happened to me a couple of weekends, which is usually when I work on my videos. So yeah, I do apologise for that. That's completely on me. Another thing that I want to point out is the fact that I was way in over my head with this project. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I mean, I won't go into too much detail here, because I was planning on making a video sort of after I'd finished it, like after I've actually fucking concluded Part 3. Just explaining where this all came from, because it seemed to just come out of nowhere. One minute I'm doing, you know, like settlement builds and then like robot reviews, and then all of a sudden I'm attempting a sort of half-assed machinima. So yeah, I thought I'd try and explain where like that sort of came from. But for now, basically it's sort of like I wanted it to be a sort of an amalgamation of what my content was all about. So sort of, you know, like stupid humour, robots, a bit of building, like, you know, in episode 2, this is how I show you how to build the arena. I wanted to build the arena for the Battle of the Brains, for, you know, Part 2 that I still haven't fucking released. And on top of all that, I wanted to introduce some more characters and things like that. And, you know, from the Protectron pros and cons, that's it. You know, remember your own content, Harry. Yeah, on the Protectron pros and cons video, there was quite a few. I mean, most people agreed with me, because, you know, it's a fucking Protectron. You know, it's practically a joke at this point. But a lot of people were saying how they loved the Protectron, so I really wanted a way to sort of, you know, do those people justice and bring the Protectron back in a big way. So yeah, this was my way of doing that. But like I said, it seemed so easy at the time when I first started, you know, recording voices, and, you know, when I started sort of planning it all out in the scripts and things like that. But oh my god, when it came to recording the gameplay for this sort of thing, like especially like not having the ability to use the creation engine, because I have I don't have a PC, or I don't edit on a PC at least. So yeah, it's doing all of that on console hardware and just solely using the game's mechanics to get the shots I need. It did prove to be a bit of a challenge and a little bit more time consuming than I'd like to fucking admit. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't take 3 months. So yeah, most of the blame has to fall on me, unfortunately. But like I said, I am still working on it. It's not dead. I haven't abandoned it. I'm, you know, like I said, I'm quite a way through it by now. So yeah, just you know, I'd like to say, oh yeah, you know, within the next couple of weeks, but I've said that like to so many people in the comments, and like, I'm basically just a fucking liar now. So yeah, I will just refrain from giving you a date until, you know, I know exactly when it is. And then to all those people that have hit me up in the comments asking when it's coming, I will hit you all up at the same time and on Twitter saying exactly when it's going to be aired, like I did with episode 2 when I told you know the EST, PST and GMT times that it will be uploaded. Just a few more things that I want to include in this video is just a couple of apologies, because like I said, I lie to like quite well, I don't lie, I don't just like go, I don't just talk bullshit, but I basically, people ask me when videos are coming out and I give them an answer that's sort of reminiscent of when I want to upload the video and not realistically when I will be uploading the video. And so that's just sort of led to, you know, I think about 2 months ago I said to one of you guys, oh yeah, it'll be up within the next 2 weeks, no worries. And yeah, we're now 2 months down the line, well 3 months down the line in fact, and yeah, it's still not here and it's still not finished. So yeah, I do apologise for that. I'm not very good at communicating with you guys. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I mean, you look at my channel and you think, oh, this guy's got 30,000 subs, but like, you got to remember, like, I don't know, it's just hard for me to see it that way. I'm just a fucking bellend that makes videos on YouTube, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't have much credibility in that respect. But I'm trying, I'm doing my best, and I'm trying to improve with just generally just communicating with you guys, like you know, telling you what's happening, when it's happening, and when things are actually going to be released. So I'm trying to do my best to improve on that. And going forward, especially you know 2017 new year, I will do my best, especially after I've completed this the Return of the Tetron series. My main focus of this year, well, after I've completed the Return of the Tetron series, is to, you know, 100% definitely upload more regularly and more reliably to YouTube, to you guys, update you more often, and make sure that, you know, being a channel that you subscribe to actually delivers you content on a you know, reasonable timescale. Not like, you know, I won't be able to upload videos like every day or anything like that, you know, but I'm trying to remember my channel, I used to say new videos every week. Fucking so much for that. But yeah, that's a main goal of mine. So yeah, I'll do my best. Just one more thing before I go. I want to thank you to those people who keep checking in, like when it's like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, like keep checking in on in the comment section of the channel and of videos, you know, just asking where I am, asking how I'm doing, how's the video coming along, is it, you know, coming. I just want to thank those people, because like, you know, they, on those off weeks where I'm sort of oh dear on those off weeks where I'm sort of going, oh, you know, I don't really want to tackle this bit, because, you know, it's a big task and it's going to take forever and it's going to give me a headache. And yeah, when I see those comments and they kind of remind me that, you know, there's an audience out there waiting for this thing, you know, excited for this thing. So, you know, that gives me it just gives me a lick of confidence that people have confidence in the work that I do, and it's worth just tackling it head on and, you know, just fucking just going for it. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this fucking on-camera shit. Yeah, so thank you to those people, because it really does help me out, you know, mentally. And another thing actually is thank you for, you know, all of the likes on my videos, man, because I never ask for likes, because I thought, my mentality is, if you like the video, you like the video. So I never say, oh yeah, like this video to, you know, support me or anything, because, you know, I have a full-time job, so I don't really need supporting. So yeah, I just sort of, you know, but still, like, you know, that first episode, that's got like over 1,000 likes. So, and you know, there's only about 17,000 views on that video. So that's a pretty good, you know, viewer to like ratio. So thank you for that, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. One last thing before you go. I know I keep repeating myself at this point, but I will be making another video after I've finished the Return of the Tetron, just explaining, you know, where I'm going with the channel in general. You know, sort of what games I'm going to be covering. Well, not necessarily covering, but, you know, because I'm not a new channel, but sort of, you know, making content on, you know, making my usual, you know, like, you know, robot pros and cons style stuff, you know, sort of, you know, a bit of humour, a bit of overanalyzing, blah, 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 so, you know, that sort of thing, but just with some other games. Obviously, Fallout is going to remain a staple of the channel. I don't want to, you know, emphasise that enough. You know, a lot of, I noticed a lot of, you know, the traditional Fallout YouTubers have kind of abandoned it. But I don't know, I don't know why. I see a lot of potential in this game. There's still, I mean, like, obviously, over the course of this project, I've had so many fucking ideas, which I've, you know, I've all written them down. There's a huge backlog of videos that I want to do after I've finished the Return of the Protectron. But like, there's just so many things to explore, so many things to cover in Fallout 4 that I still need to cover. So it'll probably be another year of predominantly Fallout 4, I imagine. But there will be some other cool, interesting things mixed in, which I'm sure you'll all enjoy. If you enjoyed the Robot Pros and Cons videos, I'm sure you will enjoy what my channel has to offer in the future. Anyways, guys, yeah, I suppose that's really is about it. Yeah, I've been, this guy, and, yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Oh man, I haven't done this outro in so long. Oh, you ready? Ready? So, I guess I will see you all in the Return of Protectron Part 3, and until then, have a sexy afternoon. Until next time. I'm so shit at this on camera thing, man. Ooh, pardon me. Oh dear. Oh. I can't remember when you're just talking for like endless. When you're just like endlessly talking and there's no one, you know, on the other end speaking to you back to give you a quick break. Your mouth just gets so fucking dry. Oh, do you know what? I wish I knew this when I did that that video. When I did the, what's it called, the Starlight Driving build, because every 10 seconds I'm going, and yeah, since then I've learned to, when you're speaking for, you know, a good amount of time, just keep a drink with you, because it'll sound better in everyone's ears when you're not going. Sorry, I would continue with the video, but this is just really, really nice.